Hello Internet, welcome back to Cards with a K. We're going to be continuing to play through unlocking the starter decks. I think we'll take on the old USA. Next, we played as Russia last time, or Soviet Union, excuse me, last time. Let's play as Japan this time. Their deck didn't impress me much, but Russia seems self-destructive. I keep saying Russia, apologies. I know that it's not actually Russia per se. We only start with 4 cards. Makes me think that Russia has Soviet Union has a bonus of getting extra cards. So I think we had 5 last time. Deal 2 damage to the enemy HQ when it's destroyed. Friendly infantry has +1 attack. I don't really want to get rid of any of these cards. I actually like all these cards. So we don't have anything to play on turn 1, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll be okay. Ooh, I love card games, man. I really dig the infantry art for these cards as well. Pretty much give a tanker infantry +1/+1. Well, that's not great. So our play here is to play this guy and then play the +1 attack on the next turn so that this guy can defeat. This guy will trade up. We'll trade up there. 2 damage. Yeah, that's a good card. So we'll play an infantry unit. Yeah, I really dig the infantry card arts. I really like them a lot. The vehicle arts are a little lackluster. This one's cool. I like this one, but a lot of the vehicle art seems to just be, hey, this is a vehicle. So I don't love those so much. But this one's cool. I like this. The art is like the main thing. Oh, they're ramping. Oh, no. Overwhelming force. Target enemy unit loses guard, smokescreen, fury, and ambush. Oh, I see. This is the last card played. That's cool that that's there. At the start of your turn, end of your turn, remove the top card of your deck from the game. Oh, and presumably if we run out of cards, we lose. That seems terrible. We're going to hold that in our hand, I think. Also, some cool music playing in the background. I have my sound turned down because I wasn't sure how loud this would be, but let me... I don't know if you'd even be able to hear that in my recording. To be honest, it's very, very quiet. So now we want to play the... Oh, he didn't move to the front line. Oh, interesting. So he's holding back. Let's deploy you and advance you to the front line. So either he trades with us or we get a good hit on his headquarters there. Yeah, I freaking love card games. If you don't know, I collect card games in real life. I collect cards of all sorts in real life. I have Magic cards, of course, are the easy example because everyone knows Magic the Gathering. Ooh, artillery is bad. Enemy has played a unit called T-19 Howitzer, which is an artillery unit. Artillery can attack targets anywhere in the battlefield, and they receive no damage in return when attacking. Yeah, we need to press someone forward immediately to deal with that. Deployment. You've drawn a card called Model 25, which has, like, this art is just a vehicle. I think it's cool. It has the house in the background, but, like, I'm just not interested in vehicles. I know some people are really, like, into vehicles, tanks, aircraft, and stuff like that. It just doesn't appeal to me. Deployment effects trigger when the card is played from the hand. Deployment ability of each card is described in the card text. So what do? Friendly infantry gets +2 until end of turn. Yeah, I don't like that so much. We're going to play... So we need to advance our tank and destroy this artillery. Problem is that makes our tank vulnerable. And it buffs our infantry, so we're a little disappointed in that. So what I think I'll play is infantry regiment. Infantry regiment. Oh, I don't want to play this guy. No, we're not doing that. Put one of these guys out. No, we're not going to have... We're going to deploy them. We're going to move. We're going to attack the artillery to get that off the board. This guy is vulnerable. We're going to deploy them. And that'll be our turn. So they may attack into us, but we can trade here. Otherwise, we're going to get a free attack on... So do we... Okay. You have a card with the ambush ability. When attacked for the first time each turn, the unit deals its damage first. So it has first strike. Receives no damage if it destroys the enemy unit. So, yeah, in Magic the Gathering terms, that is first strike. It's a 4/4 that can hit anywhere on the board, but we can't deploy it because we want to destroy this plane. Do we? No. If we attack their HQ, we get 3 on their HQ. No matter which unit this attacks, it's going to be destroyed. So it will take care of itself. Oh, +3 against ground unit. Well, it doesn't matter because they will still trade. But you can attack twice each turn. Okay, so the play here, if we put 3 damage on it now, this guy probably kills him, and we get 3 damage next turn. If we advance him, we can kill this unit, get 2 attacks, so it's still 6 damage. Just kill him. I'm overthinking. No, because it reduces the... Right, because he was being buffed by the unit. That is unfortunate. Okay. Next turn, we can play this, buff him. We'll get 8 damage on their HQ. This turn... Yeah, just play another infantry unit. And you get to move on your turn, so we'll advance you as well. I mean, we're still in a favorable position, but I am disappointed at how that went. Because I didn't think that through. Yeah, I have a fascination with cards, you know. I like even just regular playing cards or something I've always... Oh, you're just a 1. Okay. So play you. Buff this guy. He can attack twice in 1 turn. HQ is immune to damage on your turn. Oh, on his turn. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think we need to throw him at him to deal 4 damage to him. If we kill this, if we do this, he reduces to 2. We don't have the strength to kill him. If we attack now, we lose this unit, but we guarantee he will die if he attacks. And we have enough to deploy the plane. Yeah. Deployment, deal 1 damage. Oh, I did not even notice that. Well, there you go. Well, that worked out great. Okay. Sure. Sure, it works. Yeah, even basic playing cards, I'm a big fan, you know. Ever since, I mean, when I was like 4 or 5, my grandparents would take us to these craft shows. Repair all damage to a unit and give it +1/+1. If attacked for the first time. So it won't work if we attack. So it's not true first strike. It's if it's a defensive first strike. So basically on my turn, this guy has first strike for the first attack of the turn. It's not if I attack him, we'll destroy each other. So we want to attack the HQ with this. You can hold the front line, I think. You're just going to get killed. If we attack, we get to deploy multiple other units, though. Yeah. I'm not really into trading at the moment, so we're not going to do that. There's no reason to give +1/+1 to any of these guys. We could have put it on him to get a little extra damage every turn. In fact, we could have played it and had him destroy this unit. But we'll keep that in our back pocket for now, because I'd rather address him with infantry if we can. We can deploy these guys and get them killed quickly, so it's not constantly eroding our deck. 3/1 or 2/3 with a destruction ability. I mean, if I'm just going to be throwing guys to their death. So it can only hold 4 units in our line. So that's a bit probably of a misplay. Is there anyone I can advance? I don't know who all... We can get rid of you now, right? Because you were just there for the purposes of deployment. It would... Well... And we can't move you. Just end our turn. They would take us to craft shows, and I would just sit basically with my grandmother in the back of the vehicle, and we would play, you know, like gin rummy, essentially. And those are good memories for me. So I've always liked... Why did they all get +1? While in the front line, units in your support line have +1 attack. Okay. trade here. You're the one sapping my deck. So, fight him. Trade this. Hit their HQ. We're going to hold off on this until we have to deal with these guys. We're just going to try to plink as much damage on their thing as we can. In fact, we could have just won the game and I made a mistake. We could have doubled these up on this guy and gotten the kill. We will do that next turn. For now, we'll deploy you just to have a little extra backup. So we have lethal on the board at this point. Yeah, like, you know, just playing cards when I was away for a while for some reason that I'm not going to discuss. I played a lot of hearts and a lot of spades and pinochle and really any kind of basic playing card game. And then, you know, when I was a kid, it's like my uncle, when I was like 6, I think the first set of Magic the Gathering cards came out. And my uncle bought the starter decks and he taught me to play. And I was way too young, really, to comprehend the strategy of it. But like that's like one of my best memories with my uncle was doing that kind of stuff. Okay, defeated the US. Let's move on to Britain and we will play as the Americans. The classic Britain versus America thing that we've all known was gonna happen eventually. We're sick of your queen, England. I hate to say it. She seems like a sweet old lady, but we're fed up with the royals. What can I say? Actually, America has a huge fascination with the royal family for some reason. Fully repair, +3 against ground units. I mean, these look fine. I don't love this. I mean, I do like this. It's ramping. But basically, we're going to play nothing on turn 1. We're going to play this on turn 2, which is going to amp us up. But it means we get nothing on the board until turn 3. So it's slow. Go ahead and dump this. Maybe we can find something cheaper. Of course not. Okay, well, I mean, you know. Okay, it's going to be 3 turns till we do anything. Very slow hand. And, yeah, it was really cool. You know, he bought these starter decks, and it's like, I had never seen anything like this. It's not really, like, Magic has been around for like 30 years at this point, 26 years or something like that. So we're going to ramp. We're going to ramp, which means we get an extra point. So next turn we could deploy the Sherman if we were so inclined. If you have a U.S. unit in the front line, draw 2 cards. We're going to want that, so I think we're going to hold off. I think we'll play the cavalry regiment. Anyway, again, slow turn. They're going to get an attack on our HQ, unfortunately. Yeah, taking the front line and attacked, unsurprisingly. But that was their entire turn, so that is beneficial for us. 506. So we could play, yeah, let's just play these 2 cards. That way we have a better chance of getting an ally into the front line, which will let us draw additional cards. When we play that other card, oh no, 1 damage on my HQ. Oh my goodness. That's actually like the most damage I think we've had on the HQ from an attack. Keep calm and carry on. Cup of tea. Give your British units +2 defense. That is humorous. So kill this guy. How much is the... Oh, we don't have enough to do that this turn, unfortunately. We will move you up, I think. Fully repair a friendly unit. What is your normal stats? Yeah, it's not worth it. So we'll just play another 30th and move you up. It was cool, man. The art on the cards was very fascinating to me as a kid. I really liked fantasy creatures and monsters and stuff. And some of the art was interesting. If you look back, some of the art in that first set is not good at all. But, man, I just absolutely loved that stuff when I was a kid. And it came with these little markers. They were just like aquarium rocks that you would see at the bottom of the aquarium. But when I was a kid, man, it was so cool. You got to understand, I grew up with nothing. Draw me 2 cards, please. Very expensive. The Americans are very expensive, is what I'm learning from this deck. That said, many of them seem very powerful. And I think we want to advance you boys. Rather than getting damage on their HQ, I'd rather pull both of these up front. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good call. So we're blitzing them pretty hard here. They're not set up for defense. Ah, okay. I mean, that guy already did his work by drawing me cards, so that's fine. Okay. Guard. Ah, so guard will prevent us from attacking their target enemy loses guard, smokescreen, fury, and ambush. Can I attack? No, it's being guarded. So yes, we will play this to remove his guard ability. And we will attack with both of these men. And we will play HQ immune to damage. If you have US, yeah, draw me more cards. Supply front, excellent. Excellent cards. Getting card draw is excellent. Fully repair all units in the front line, give them +1/+2. That's great. We'll play that next turn and get 10 damage on their core. Not their core, their HQ, excuse me. Yeah, I grew up with nothing. So, like, my uncle actually taking us to the comic book shop and us getting to see these cool cards and actually have something that I could say is, like, mine. And that was really pretty and fun and interesting. That was mind-blowing to me when I was, like, that age, you know? To battalion, deal 1 damage to a random enemy in the same front. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy in the same front. Oh, when it attacks. I'm confused. When it attacks, so if I attack you, it will deal damage randomly to one of you. And if I attacked, say, from here, it would deal damage to someone else in the front line. Is that what that means? It's interesting. Ground units. If we play this guy, we get a kill guaranteed next turn. But if we play supply front, we guarantee that they survive another turn, and we get 10 on their core. No, play. Thank you. Yep. So guarantee they can't kill them this turn unless they have a special ability or something. And you know what? We'll throw you guys in the mix just because we have the leftover energy. I don't know. If you're like me and you grew up with nothing, you probably understand what I'm talking about. If you didn't, you might not know. 7 defense, huh? I mean, you're still dead next turn. Is that it? Yeah, you're dead, bruh. That card removing guard was clutch. We may have had a real hard time with this if we... No, because we would have just picked off all these units as they deployed them. Okay, Britain knocked down, and we will advance. The U.S. deck seems very strong. That seems like the strongest deck we've played so far. Although Germany was really the powerhouse in World War II, so we'll see what Germany has to offer. And we will do so as Britain, because that's the only deck we have not played with. I don't know, they were cool cards. I like artwork. I collect cards. I just love cards. I have... a fair number of Magic cards. I collect tarot cards. My tarot card collection is like one of my favorite collections. I'm a big fan of tarot cards. I mean, I don't believe in them at all. I don't believe they actually mean anything. But Fury, what does Fury do? 2 attacks per turn, I think. Give a unit guard with guard +1/+3. So only affects units with guard. So I don't love that. 5 damage to an enemy tank. Well, we are playing Germany. That seems very, very valuable. Do 1 damage to an enemy unit and pin it. I don't know what pin does, but we'll keep that. HQ gets +2 defense when deployed. Yeah, okay. These seem fine. We'll play you first. Or no, we want to play you as soon as they deploy the unit so we can see what it does. We'll play you on turn 1. Yeah, what do we get here? Hurricane... Mark 1. I mean, that's a cool art, I guess. Deployed an infantry, so not enough for us to kill it with this. Retreat. You have drawn a card called WWII Barrage, which has the retreat ability. Or AA Barrage, probably. Anti-aircraft, I would guess. In fact, I guess that's like a flat cannon. I can't really... It's very small. When the unit retreats from the front line, move it back to its owner's support line. If the support line is full, it retreats to our hand. Unit must retreat. What? Retreats from the front line, move it back. if the support line is full or it's retreating from the support line, send it. Okay. So it bounces. So we play it. Next turn we attack with it. It's artillery, I assume. Give your unit... Oh, target air unit must retreat. So we could force one of their air units back into their hand, and it would buff our... I see. I was just completely reading that the wrong way. I apologize, Internet. We're going to put you out there, end our turn. Yeah, I don't believe in tarot cards. Like, I don't believe they can actually... Like, I don't believe in divination or prophecy or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the technical term would be. They're so open to interpretation, but I'm just absolutely fascinated by the artwork on a lot of them. I collect very gothic, dark, old-timey type tarot cards anytime I'm out and about. You know, I used to go to like a new age shop kind of a lot because they would sell certain jewelry that I really liked. I don't really wear jewelry anymore. It was a phase. I don't really do that anymore. I don't know what pin does. Unit misses its next possible movement or attack. That seems terrible. That's not that good. But we can't play anything else. So, what we will do, we will attack. And then kill it. I guess. And since this is a tank, it can also move. Oh, we don't have... Hey, okay. Yeah, every time I see a tarot card a tarot deck that looks interesting in a bookshop or a store or something, I'll pick it up. But yeah, it's not something I do very often. All friendly ground units +1 defense. HQ +2 defense. So what I would like to do is force that to retreat because it's going to be able to kill this guy. Alternatively, we could play this, but then he would just be able to destroy it. This card is very bad for us. We don't have anything up front to deal with it. Play this guy. Unfortunately, I think we're going to lose some units. We're on the back foot here. And we might as well advance. Not enough credits. Yeah, I feel like we're on the defensive at the moment. Yeah. Not surprised you did that. We're not going to bounce it, because if we bounce it, smokescreen units cannot be attacked until it has moved or attacked. So we can't attack it until it moves or attacks. Okay. It's interesting. I think we trade here to get rid of it while we can. Do that. So that's 1. 3 energy left. I mean... Okay. Give me another infantry. Britain seems to be the defensive deck. It's a lot of boosting to our HQ. Definitely on the back foot here a little bit. See what he does. Probably going to hit this guy. Oh, he did not have enough to move this turn. Okay. If we play them, it forces this guy to attack us, or this infantry unit. We don't want to barrage it, because if it retreats and comes back out, it'll be back at full health, which we don't want. Do this. Push you. Kill the plane. Now we only have 2 energy left, but we'll deploy anyway to get some people on the board. We'll call that our turn. I don't know, tarot cards are cool. You know? They're very open to interpretation, so it's one of those things. Man, everything they have seems so good. I mean, you seem like trash, but seems like a lot of they have high power cards. Let's get some planes out here. Well, 3-6, huh? Jeez. I don't know. Let's push to the front line, I think. So it will force this guy to attack him. If he's going to attack, they can tank 2 hits, and then we can hopefully sweep in somehow, probably with this guy, and polish him off. They don't have any tanks out there. A Barrage is not a good card for us. The rest are just hanging out. Just hanging out in our deck. Okay. Yep, unsurprising. Unsurprising choice. Blackout. Pin enemy air unit and draw a card. So this guy cannot... It loses its next action. Panzer Grenadier can move and attack during the same turn. Yeah, I thought all tanks can do that. Infantry. Oh, it's an it's mobilized infantry. I see. Okay. Yes. Draw 2 cards. For 3... Oh, I don't think so. We could trade here, but that's unfavorable because then this guy will kill him. So we trade here. We don't trade. We kill this guy. We destroy... Oh, because you're mobilized infantry, you're not a tank. So they're going to attack here and kill this guy. Well, trade here, I guess. Cannot attack because it's pinned. Okay, so we just build up our line. 3 4s, or what is this? Draw 2 cards? No. 3 4s. Thank you. Get strong infantry units out there. Germany's no joke, man. 5 6. Oh my god. Every unit is so strong. Okay. Oh, and he gets to move, so this guy's dead. Yeah. Not going great. It's not going great. Can't even kill the tank. Is not good. Should we save this card for when we can actually kill the tank? This is a tank. We could kill that, but it's so weak that it's not even worth spending 2 on it. The A Barrage is just sitting in my hand. If we have to fight the tank. It's too strong. I just can't. Kill the tank. Lose the aircraft. How much do we have left? 4. I think we only have 4 energy. Push. This forces them to make trades or take damage to their HQ. So 1 trade. Okay. Trade here. Blitz with smokescreen. We can kill him. We could have put damage on the headquarters, but I think killing all their units is better. And then this turn we're going to just deploy. So let's guard plus this guy. No. Draw 2 cards. Okay. 2 very strong cards. Heavy armor. Units receive 1 less damage when attacked by other units. Oh, that seems very good. It is only 2 damage card. Let's get one of these guys out here. We have some tanky cards now, so I think we can push on the offensive here quite a bit. Things with Blitz could still potentially kill this guy. Germany seems to have a lot of strong... 3 credits! Seems to have a lot of really strong units, but we're getting to where we're having a lot of strong units as well. I can tell that my commentary has dropped off because I'm very focused on trying to win at this point. Definitely push you. Definitely hit with you. What do we got? Guard, heavy armor. No. We're going offensive. We want the strongest possible units out here. Guard, Churchill. No. Put you out as well. And we can't move anything, right? We've already done everything. So now we're putting next turn potentially 11 damage on their core. On their headquarters. Pin enemy unit. Okay, so down to 8 offensive, but that did cost them credits. Wow, you left 13 credits in reserve, huh? So we're just going to start spanking them now, it looks like. Draw cards. No. Attack. We want to be positioning right now. So we have lethal next turn. Now draw cards. See what we get. What do you do? Fury. Can attack twice. No. All other friendly units +2 defense. Yes. That sounds amazing. So again, we have lethal on the board. There's really nothing they can do at this point. We have guard on our front. No, just on our back line. But that's it. That's the game. So we won, and this will be the final starter deck. So we will now be able to access the core game. So like we'll be able to see, are there AI matches, PvP matches? What do the private, the microtransactions look like? Are there microtransactions even? I don't actually know. See what kind of stuff they offer here. Victory! Germany starter deck unlocked. Excellent. You've defeated all nations and unlocked their starting decks. You can now edit and create your own decks and battle against other players. Yes, 1 base pack. You've received 1 pack of all that work that took me an hour to complete. 1 pack. 3 extra packs. Go to account settings and enter your email. Nah, I'm good. Not right now. Let's open our pack. I love opening packs. Ooh, 5 first edition cards. Only 5 cards per pack, huh? Looks like 2 Soviet, 2 American, and 1 Japanese card. They are all listed as, oh, nope, standard, limited. So does that mean the rarity of the card, or does that mean it's a different subsection of gameplay? Like in Magic the Gathering, standard refers to cards that are playable in a rotating set, and then limited is a specific older set. There is limitation on what cards can be in the set. So let's pop that one first. Katyusha. When it attacks, it deals 0 to 1 additional damage. I hate random card elements like that. Awoken Giant. Deal 2 damage to target enemy unit in the front line. If this destroys it, draw a card. Okay. Random enemy unit has +2 operation cost. Yeah, I hate random things in card games. Like if it ever says like flip a coin or you have this, randomly select. I just hate that stuff. Give your HQ +X defense, where X is the count of all enemy units and hand cards. That's quite a lot, actually. You figure the end of that last game, we probably had 9 cards between the 2 of us. And there was a time when there were many enemy units on the board. So that's interesting. Training, battle, or draft. Build a deck from random cards. Earn bigger rewards for each battle you win. Yes, draft is very much something I would like to learn to do, but I've never really been good at. Cards, so we have a collection of cards. The starter decks, of course, and our collection has been updated. Danzig. The free city of Danzig was captured by German forces at the start of the war. So it's interesting. We get to select... looks like we can select whichever HQ we want, which I guess is just for roleplay reasons. That's still cool. I like that. And I like that they are maps and whatnot and actual locations. Pretty cool. And it looks like we can mix and match cards, so it's not strictly limited to certain factions. It looks like we can add a Soviet deck and merge that with like a German deck if we were so inclined. So interesting. The shop, let's check microtransactions. Most popular, 10-pack welcome offer. So 50 cards and at least 1 limited or better card in each pack. 1 pack is 10 coins. Well, we don't know how much coins are. Presumably you earn that in-game, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. 10 coins, allegiance. Allegiance set cards. So there are already multiple sets. Buys you all 5 national equipment sets. These seem incredibly expensive for what you get. So, for instance, 10 packs, so 50 cards, it's about 10 cents a card. Which I guess, or 10 cents, 10 cents a card, which I guess is cheap. But I'll be honest, when I play collectible digital card games, I really feel like it should be a very, very low cost per card. I'm a little bit biased in that regard. I feel upset when I see that a virtual non-existent card is worth a lot and you pay a lot for. But this seems reasonable. But here, if we look at 15 packs of Allegiance, which is 75 cards, it's actually an even worse value. So I don't love that. Why is that? Because it's 66% off. So 10%, 10 cents a card is actually a third. Normally they're about 30 cents a card. I don't love that, honestly. But money's got to make money, I guess. Company's got a company. What else? Profile. I mean, okay. Private what? Oh, I'm ranked private in these things. Interesting. Officer Club. Field Marshal 3 to enter the Officers Club. Progress. Deploy. Okay, so achievements. That's pretty dope. And they give you these in-game currency. So this is how you would buy decks. And presumably you get points as well just for leveling or playing games. In some of these give packs as well. Pretty cool. We will definitely be looking at this a little bit further. We should really call the episode. We're quite over time. So for now, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying the episodes. We will be checking this out a little bit more in the future. I'll be back with more soon, so I will see you in the next episode.